I believe we'll have to be better than we are today to win. Well, positive that we started with a win. Excuse me, that we managed to score 5 tries, so you get maximum points, and to go through that test when we were leading for most of the game and then go 19-all and come through it. That's going to prepare us really well for the tests that are going to come. There's going to be times where opposition get momentum, opposition get scores like today, and it didn't affect the players' belief in what they needed to do to get the win.
What were the reasons for that sort of drop off in the early part of the second half? You've come through it in the end, but looking ahead to next week, maybe wouldn't be.
Yeah, look, I don't think it was a drop off. They scored an intercept try. We had a couple of opportunities in the 22 that they turned us over, and they brought more line speed in their defence and got rewarded with the intercept try. And there was another occasion they shut us down. So you have to adjust. Teams are going to get moments where they're in control, or certainly scoring points, and they're a good team, Italy. And yeah, it was a runaway try, so it wasn't as if they had a lot of pressure on our line, but they did have pressure on our line in the last 10 minutes, and I was really pleased with how our forwards defended them all, but also the team defended and made sure Italy didn't score any more points.
At that point, Gregor, were you concerned at all, or were we always confident you would come again?
Well, I'd be lying if I'm saying I'm confident that the game's just going to go out in our favour. Like you don't have any element of control in the coaching box, so you have confidence in the group that they'll be coming up with solutions. And having chatted to Rory and Finn after the game, they were very calm in their huddles when they went to 19-all. And the display after that from the team and those guys coming off the bench was really positive.
You did get a lot of impetus off the bench, Gregor. Could you talk about what some of those guys brought to the match at that particular time?
Yeah, I think it was a very physical game, and when I was watching the game last night, Six Nations is attritional, and it's not attritional because teams are just carrying close to the ruck. It's attritional because there's the intensity of the game, sometimes the pace of the game. So we needed to bring on new energy, fresh energy. We'd always looked at bringing on someone like Jack Dempsey, Ewan Ashman early into the game, Rory Sutherland. These guys have got real speed. Rory's been in really good form too, and they're experienced players, so they helped us. But likewise, I thought Tom Jordan, his work in defence, it was him that called the ball that led to our final try. So just having that second receiver on the field, your bench is always going to can make a difference. In Six Nations, you need to use a lot of your bench because it is such a tough form of rugby.
Gregor, just a word on Hugh, obviously different centre parent he's been used to with Scotland, but picking up those great positions again and come through with that hat-trick.
Yeah, and you know what? It's 3 tries today, but I reckon Hugh's probably missed out on another 5 or 6 tries over the last few games because he's just not had the ball. He offers himself on brilliant lines that sometimes fixes defences and other people get the space. He supports really well, and today the ball found him, and it was through his work off the ball. Really pleasing that our wingers, I think everybody wants the narrative to be they're chasing the try scoring record, and they put passes in for assists like they did against Australia. So that backline is really functioning well as a team, as a unit. They're playing for each other, they're supporting each other, no matter who's playing. Obviously Sione isn't available for Six Nations, but staff came in, did really well, did a lot of the hard work, carried hard with the forwards close to the ruck as well, which can shape a defence and open up space for the outside backs.
What's been made about Sione being unavailable? I mean, must be pleased with the charge led today in particular. Yeah,
both Rory and Finn were Sione's lieutenants in November. A year ago they were co-captains, so they've had that experience, and today was a really good experience for them. We'll use that word again. That they've had to react to when we're in head and when things are going really, really well. And it was a really pleasing start to the game, but also when Italy came back in the game and they made good decisions. during that period. Also, like performance of Rory, like his carrying was very good in the first half. Got at least one jackal, a brilliant covering tackle that probably saved us a try. Italy were through there. That's what we want from a captain, someone that plays in that 7 jersey, that effort, and also the desire to get on ball and make things happen for the team.
Gregor Townsend looked like he had to battle through the pain barrier a bit on a couple of occasions, particularly that first half. Is that all right?
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah. I was winding him up. I think it was because his ankle strapping was too tight. So I said, well, tell us next time rather than you worried that you might be injured. But no, he'll be fine. Darcy picked up a couple of knocks, but again, he'll be fine. And knowing that Kyle Rose on the bench, that fresh energy, we will felt that could help us too if it's been a tough game for our wingers. No, Duhan trained fully during the week, and even after that, strapping, I think he got some touches in the ball where he showed that he was fine.
Did you know that Dave Cherry had that in his locker when you got pulled out the back of the hand?
Well, I didn't really see it, and then Gavin Vaughan, our analyst, went, "Oh, I think that's a cat flap offload out the back there." So just winding up Dave there, saying, "I thought it was actually the defence that knocked the ball out." But no, look, he did really well, Dave. Got a lot of carries in the first half. Our line-out was very accurate. I think we won 100% of the ball, and there's a lot of front five defensive work that goes in, both from Dave and Ewan. And our first try came off a line-out, so. We know how important it is to win ball and play off that ball, to release the backs we have, but also just apply pressure on the opposition through our phase attack.
Gregor, I think Finn was quite critical of his own performance on the TV when he spoke up. Was it just one of those days that just didn't quite click for him?
Well, yeah, it's the first game of the tournament, and there was a lot of things he did well. I know he'll be frustrated with the intercept, but. Yeah, it happens, but we're not relying on one individual. Like we're a team that have brilliant individuals within it that can make things happen. But if we're going to reach our potential, it's a team, and the team stepped up today.
What you have to do to beat Ireland, Gregor?
Score more points than them, Tom.
Apart from that.
Well, look, we're going to improve from how we played today, but that would have been the case anyway. It's a first game, 8-day turnaround gives us time to recover physically, to look at what we need to build on, the positives, but also things we need to fix. And we'll obviously be aware of what they're going to bring. They're just watching the game now. It's a really open, fast game, the first 15-20 minutes. So yeah, we know the tests that are coming. But that was a really good test today. Like Italy will be a serious opposition for every team in the championship. They were for us today, very physical. Yeah, but I believe we'll have to be better than we are today to win.
You spoke about Dave Cherry there, obviously. Someone just said to Rory a word on Johnny Gray on his return.
Yeah, look, that was Johnny's first game for 5 or 6 weeks. So to play a test match when it's your return game, where you have to be involved a lot. Johnny got a lot of carries, mauls to defend, tackles to make. Just shows his ability to step up. We'll see how he is next week, but I'm sure he'll be much better for that game time today. I thought Grant Gilchrist was very good, consistent like he always is and has been over the last few months for us. Carried well today, and part of a really strong line-up maul defence. So yeah, it's great having those two experienced players there, but also great to have someone like Gregor Brown come in and get a lot of involvements in that last quarter.
Do you think at half time that 19-9 didn't reflect what you saw on the first half, and Italy might come back because the gap was too small?
Yeah, I didn't think it reflected the first half. I thought we were in control. We had a couple of opportunities, like clear ones, where we dropped the ball close to the line. So it would have been nice if we'd got further ahead, but that's rugby. And Italy were able to stay close with the penalties. I think the penalties were well outside our 22 as well, so they didn't have that much pressure. But Italy played much better in the second half. They brought line speed in defence. They got more possession, and with the attacking players they have in their team with possession, you're going to get rewarded for that, whether it's breaks or penalties that the opposition will give away. So they were much more it was much closer game in the second half, and obviously at one stage 19-all when they got that try. But yeah, I was really pleased with how we started. We just needed to have finished off on maybe one or two more occasions to make it a wider scoreline by half time.